Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of how many times you may have failed in the past or how lofty your aims and hopes may be.
So hey guys, how's it going? Tasha Cooney here, and in tonight's video, we do have a noise of that. Let's shut it. It's okay. Wow. All right, now we're quiet. Hey guys, what's going on? Tasha Cooney here, and in tonight's video, as you see, it is night. Tonight's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about 3 places. I want to ask you a question. If there are 3 places in this whole entire world that you can visit, and I say these are just 3 places, that's it. Where would these 3 places be? There's only 3 places you can go in the entire world, really, when it comes down to it. Okay? And these aren't physical places. These are mental places. There's only 3 places. Are they obvious? Where are the places? Let's think for a second. Okay? Well, past, present, and future. These are the only 3 places that you can actually go, right? A second ago, I was just over there, okay? Right now, I'm right here. Where will I end up? I'll probably end up walking back and forth, which is pretty predictable. But 3 places that we can go, okay? Now, 3 places. Where are you spending a majority of your life? Where do you hang out within these 3 places? Where is most of your time being spent? Think about it. Okay? And I mean, you might hear people, and some of the things that come up in my head are living in the moment. You know, some of that is really over spoken, you know, just really talked about a lot. And what is living in the moment? What is it? Okay, what is it? It's different for some people. Some people feel that they have to achieve a certain thing to be able to live in the moment, or that they don't deserve living in the moment because they don't know what living in the moment is. Okay? So let's talk about the past. I want to talk about each place. I might get all over the place here. I started this conversation with myself not too long ago, probably about 40 minutes, and then I came up with an idea as I was pacing back and forth just like this, talking to myself, that also I was on a recorder, that I should probably take advantage of the moment and I should probably create a video. Maybe I could do a big wide shot of me talking and bring you some production value in these daily videos. So I decided that I would. And so now I'm here doing this video. That's the story up to the video. So, past, present, future. Let's think about it. Let's think about it some more. You've thought about the past, present, and future your whole entire life. But let's bring up a new perspective. Let's bring up something new. Well, what's new? Let's think about it again. Past, present, and future. Where do you spend most of your time? Are you spending it in the past? Are you spending it right now? Of course, you're always here right now. But are you spending it in the future? Let's go into the past. What are some pros and cons of the past? Well, you know, look at your past life, look at your past experiences. Everybody's past is going to be a little bit different, right? A little different. Things happen to some people that don't happen to other people. People get different life experiences and then therefore come to this moment of different perceptions. And what I'm here to do is to share my perception, my perspective of what these 3 places are all about for me. And what do I do? Okay? And this kind of was brought up from a Facebook post that I posted earlier, and it was a quote by Les Brown. And the quote says, some people spend most of their time not living because they're living their life in fear. And that's basically the quote in a nutshell. So, where are you spending your time? Are you busy living, or are you busy spending it in fear? And that's basically what the quote was about. But let me go ahead and quote it exactly, and then I'll go ahead and talk about this comment that was written. And they said, "Can you explain it to me?" And this is my inspiration for the video. So, too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. And so I started to think about that quote, and I said, okay, I'm going to do a video on this quote. And then the more I thought about the quote, the more I thought about the fears, and the more I thought about not living my dreams because I'm living in my fears. What were my fears? Where were my fears coming from? Why did I have these fears? You know, what were they comprised of? And then I started to think even further, and further. And then I think I came down to really something hardcore, something solid. Fear of standing in my power. What is standing in my power? Just fear of me being the fullest version of me because of everything in the past, because of all the past perceptions of me, of all the things that have led me here to this moment, things that I didn't do, things that I should have done, things that I wanted to do, things that I wanted to say, places I could have gone, places I could be, right? These are all places. And these are part of the 3 places that I was just talking about. Past, present, future. All these places. All these places come up in my mind, okay? All these places. So when I get to thinking, I like talking to myself. This is me hanging out with myself. And so I decided to bring you in on my little adventure. People say I get bored. I'm bored of myself. What am I going to do? Call it, people. Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? I'm never bored. This is why I'm never bored. I have me. I have me to hang out with. I have me to talk to. So maybe I can inspire you with that perspective. Don't ever be bored. Why be bored? Create something. Make something. I don't care if you don't want to. Get past that feeling. I didn't feel like getting the camera out. I didn't feel like setting it up. I didn't feel like miking myself up. I didn't feel like checking the sound. I didn't feel like it. But you know what? I did it. I just got past that little hump instead of thinking and doing. There's a huge, huge bridge right there that you must gap. Thinking, doing, right? And you think it's so easy. If you start getting into the practice of doing, rather than just thinking, start doing it, right? The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. If you keep practicing thinking, and you keep thinking, and thinking, and thinking, you're just creating the habit of thinking. It seems so logical. It really is, but we develop these habits. We develop these habitual things that everybody's doing around us. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Mr. Les Brown. I wrote a little post on that. So I said, are you too busy focusing on your fears, or are you too busy living? Where are you spending most of your time at? Spending most of your time now? You're spending most of your time with your fears. Where do your fears come from? Right? Where do they come from? I was thinking about that too. Where do my fears come from? And then I think, okay, well, if I'm fearful of stepping into my power, becoming something much more bigger than I am, that I know that I am, that I can be, where does that come from? Because I've never been that. I mean, I've always been that. You know, I give my 100. I give my best at the moment, the very best that I can give at that moment, I give. You know, can it be better? Yeah, sure. Can I get better? Yeah, sure. So, where does that fear come from? In the past, we like to get really comfortable. You know, I think some of us spend a lot of our time in the past because we get comfortable. Because the past, we know for certain the past. We know for certain the past. For certain. I know the past. Why? My past. I've lived it. I've experienced it. I've talked about it. I've got stories about it. I've got objects to tell. I've got pictures that were taken. Objects to share, touch, whatever. I know the past. I've been there. That's comfort. That's a comfortable place. The past. It's very comfortable, right? We want to be comfortable, right? Humans, we love to be comfortable. I love to sleep in a comfortable bed. I don't want to sleep on a pit of fire, a pit of nails. I don't want to be bleeding. I don't want to get shot. I want to be comfortable in a bed. I want to sleep sound. I want to get a comfortable hug, a comfortable kiss. A comfortable wave, a comfortable smile. Everything makes it feel so good, comfortable. That's the past. We've been there, right? Fears. Fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. Why do we fear? Why would I fear stepping into the best version of myself? Because of the comfort. The fear of letting go the comfort. The fear of letting go the past. The fear of walking into the unknown. So how do I do it? How did I do it? Are you too busy focusing on fears, or are you too busy living? My philosophy: run towards those fears and make them an awesome challenge. Make them an awesome challenge to turn into an awesome adventure. Right? What you fear, go for it. You know, I fear surfing because I'm going to make this up. I fear sharks out there. You know, in the water I do get scared sometimes. I'm out here in Costa Rica. I live off the side of the beach out there. You know, I'm fearful that a shark is going to bite me. I'm running towards, or past, rather, running towards and then past that fear. I'm going out there and I'm surfing. That's what I want to do. So I just run towards it, you know? Fear of saying something to somebody. I go tell them. I open up my big fat mouth and just say it. You know, fear of not accomplishing something. So I go ahead and I start it. I start to turn the wheels, put the motion in action. I make it happen. I create. So in that message, how do I do it? How do I turn my fears? How do I turn my fears, and I'll get back to those places, into a challenge and into an awesome adventure? So I think about it, like identify it, you know? If I'm fearful of stepping out of my comfort zone, I'm gonna just step out of my comfort zone. I felt comfortable not making a video and coming out here and just talking to myself. But instead, I mean, I don't know if that was a fear. That was something I didn't want to do, okay? I think more of a deeper level for myself, for fear right now, is really just fear of the unknown. It's fear of the unknown for me. It's fear of what I don't know, but yet I do. And what is the fear of what I don't know? Maybe my finances, you know, my job. Where will I be in a year? Where will I be in 2 years? That's a fear. I fear I can't provide for my family. I fear I can't pay off my mother's house. I fear I can't show them a life that I wish they could have. Experience, traveling, coming with me to places like this. And my family's never seen me. My family's never left the country. Those are some fears. You know, fears I'm not always going to do it right. Fears I'm not doing it right, okay? There's all these fears. Well, what is right? All these fears are unknowns. Not even happened yet, right? And I think these fears are all based off of my past experiences, okay? So what I'm trying to get at is, instead of jumping into the fears, you know, you're right here, I'm in the fear. You know, you're actually right here. You know, you're here. Like right here, you're stepping into this future moment of these fears that don't exist, that are illusions, that you're creating. You're feeding them. You're feeding these thoughts. You're giving it fuel. And there's right here. Okay, I'm going to step away from that fear. I'm not going to be fearful. And there's over here. Where's your other place? It's the past. You know, shit, what didn't I do that I want to do? What didn't I do? What I want to do? You know? And then you're just back and forth. Do you get that? Do you see that? Like when you're here, when you're here, you can't really see anywhere else. You know, you're just stuck here. You're stuck in this place. So are you right here in the future with these fears that are unknowns? Okay? In thoughts, these thoughts. With these thoughts. Oh my God, these thoughts. Oh my God, these thoughts. What about these thoughts? Oh no, I should have done that. And then you're just hanging out here, right? It's the shittiest feeling. And then all of a sudden I want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep for days. I don't want to get up. Why are we teeter-tottering in these? Why are we teeter? Why do we jump here? Why do we jump here? What about right fucking here? What about right fucking here? Fuck, I'm standing in like this 3-story loft, right? I'm 33 years old. I'm on the side of the frickin' beach. I can hear the frickin' waves. I'm standing in front of a camera, this technology. I'm talking into a microphone wirelessly, and you're listening to me. I'm basically broadcasting to the world. What else can I create? What can I do? What can I create? There's unlimited possibilities of what I can create, what I can share with you, what I can talk about. I've lived a life. You've lived a life. So many experiences, so many amazing things, right? Wow, I'm only 33. I have 2 more of these lifetimes if I'm lucky. 3, 6, 9, 2 more. 2 more of these? I like to think maybe 6 more of these. But 2 more? That's amazing. And it's limited too. It's very limited. This moment, these moments are so limited. You know, I can be here and I can just do and create. And wow, okay, well, oh shoot, well, how am I going to get the money to provide for my family? How am I going to create the kind of life that I want? Wow, I can do that. 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 That's a lot of possibilities. That's an idea. Oh, that's a really cool idea. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Or it's like, you know, do I want to go over here? What didn't I do? Why didn't I do that? Why did I say that? Really? Am I going to do it that way? No, I shouldn't do it that way. I can't do it that way. I don't want to do it that way. Maybe, no, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. I just can't do it. Why can't I do it? I don't know why I can't do it. I just said I can't do it. Are you sure? I'm not sure because I don't know. What is it that you can't do? I just can't do it. I can't even think about it, but I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. Maybe I should just do this. Maybe I should go there. I can't do that. Maybe I won't ever get there. What if I won't ever get there? I don't know if I'll ever get there. What if people will laugh at me? What if they don't like it? Where are you spending most of your time? And I don't care what kind of job you have, where you're going. If you're a janitor, if you're working at McDonald's, I mean, if you're freaking cleaning toilets, some people are like, I hate my job, it's the worst kind of job ever. It's like you talk to people all day. Do you know how amazing that is? Do you know how many lives you can change just by being a bank teller or a door greeter? Hey, how are you doing today? How can I help you? How can I assist you? What would you like? Do you understand that each of us we're emitting energy? We're like energetic beings, right? Like this beam of energy right now, right? Each of us hold space. We hold some sort of energy. I can't really explain it. And each time you go out into the world with other people around, each time you're interacting with other people, you leave a bit of yourself there. You're spreading it. Spreading your little fairy dust. Spreading whatever you're spreading. Every time you go around and you're here and you're here and life sucks, you're at the level of like, life just sucks, everything sucks, my life sucks, it's everybody's fault. You're being really fucking selfish. Really selfish, right? Everybody does bad things to you. It's everybody's fault. Nope, can't do it. Nope, don't want to do it. Nope, can't do that. Can't do anything. I know I can't do anything. You can't either. None of you can. Can't do anything. That's a pretty sucky way to live, right? So how do you get out of there? I mean, you just got to decide to step out. That's a really shitty existence. So if you're at that shitty existence, I do apologize, but guys, come on. I don't even want to tell you what I've been through in life, okay? And does it even matter? Well, I mean, it does. It builds who I am today. You know, the things I went through, the things that I've witnessed, the trials, the tribulations, the pain, the suffering, the love, the non-existent of love, the yearning and earning for something more, something better. You know, to be wanted, to be loved, to fit in, all those kind of things, whatever that is. None of that matters. I don't even know where I'm going. But that's a shitty existence, right? I like to see that as you're not taking responsibility. Like there is responsibility to be taken, and you're not taking it. I'm gonna check and make sure the camera's still rolling. But you're not taking responsibility for your life. And you're just stuck. I'm gonna go ahead and stop and record again. But there, it's like you're not taking responsibility for your life. I strongly feel that each of us have a responsibility. Each of us have our responsibility to be human, you know? We have a responsibility to show up. We have a responsibility to be committed to us and the people around us. We have a responsibility to evolve into something better than ourselves. Do you know what I feel my responsibility is as a mother or a father? To raise your children smarter than you, okay? That's one responsibility. I feel the responsibility to take care of myself, but I also feel the responsibility to take care of those around me in any way or shape and form that I can, to protect those around me, to guide those around me, to give a different perspective, to empower those around me, to empower. You know, and many of you can joke about it, but I took the landmark education class, and I get a lot of slack I just get a lot of, what would be the word? A lot of jokes from people that have not gone through that seminar. I went through there for 3 days, and they basically broke life down to it's empty and meaningless, which was great. It's a great philosophy. It's a great training. It's a great perspective on life. It's a great way to lead life. It's a great way to think. It's a great perspective. I love it. So it's empty and meaningless. There's just one exercise where they have everybody stand in a row, and then they have another row, and then you stand there and you stare at somebody for 2-3 minutes. I don't know how many minutes. But not like I've never stood there and stared at somebody before. Yes, I have. You know, you play those games as a child and you stare and you stare. But just something unique really happened. I'm standing there, they're standing right here, and we're staring each other in the eye. I didn't look away. I didn't blink. I kept looking. And then at one point, I disappeared as a person. I was no longer me. I was not Tasha. Okay? I was just a being in that moment. I was a space. I was a place and a space. And the woman in front of me was looking, and she started crying. And all of a sudden, I saw inside of her or I felt her. I was no longer existing. I was her. I was her fears. Maybe I saw myself. I was everything that she ever wanted. I was everything that she desired. And I was the possibility of that. I was the possibility to show her. I was the possibility to show her that all those things that she wanted were possible. And tears started coming out of my eyes. At that moment, I felt like I would die for her. I would die to prove to her, to show her that anything that she wants and anything that she wants to accomplish is possible. Whatever heights I had to go to, however high I had to lift her, whatever I had to do. And then I started crying. And tears were coming out of my eyes. I don't know this girl. I honestly never really saw her. I didn't even notice her in the seminar. But I think through the whole weekend, that was the most powerful thing that happened to me, and that's one thing I remember through the training. And the reason why I bring this up is because I did a webinar not too long ago, and a long story short, I was trying to teach people how I survived off of Craigslist for 10 years. And I got a lot of people to make fun of me and tell me that I was basically trying to make money and sell an internet marketing product off of it, which I thought was pretty foolish. If anybody would have read the copy, they would have understood that, hey, what am I sat here to do? Well, someone had stated that, oh, it looks like you're part of Landmark and that's a cult. Well, so I just want to address that quick. I'm not here to say it is or it isn't, but it's up to you to decide what you want to take out of life and how you want to perceive it. And so the teachings that I got at Landmark were pretty dang powerful. And that was pretty dang powerful for the 3 days that were there. And then their philosophy of breaking it down, life is empty and meaningless. Think about that. Life is empty and meaningless, and you create the meaning. So if I'm going to create the meaning, and there's only 3 places I can go. 3 places I can go. I can go to my past, I can go to my present, my now, or I can go to my future. Where are you spending the most time and why? 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 What is living in the past going to get you? It is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. The pro about the past is you can learn from it. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. You know where you've been. You know where you want to be. And that's it. Value. Face value. Face value. Boom. Nothing deeper. That's the pro, learning from the past. Anything else it's not worth my time personally. It's just not worth my time. Now, maybe time travel into the past is something cool to look into, but no, not that way. I'm not going to sit there and relive it. Why do you want to relive a moment that you've already lived when there's so many more moments ahead of you? Right? Life is better lived in motion. Right? We can meditate, we can think, which is great. All that thinking. But I'll tell you what, I've gotten to where I am today with my current perception and thinking without ever meditating. So don't ever think that you have to, there's different forms of it. This is my way of meditating. My way of meditating is talking to myself. My way of meditating is consistently being in motion, walking the night, walking on the beach. Scientifically, it's proven that you can think and experience and be there at the moment and get the same kind of brain activity you could as being there. So what would be the difference? Either or. It's your, shall I say poison? It's not poison, but it's your treat. It's your dessert, however you like. And the reason why I bring that up is because, a lot of people think they have to attain some sort of, mental awareness through those types of things, through meditation, through crystals, through incense, through these sacred kind of things. Yes, they're sacred traditions. They're great, and they can help you attain it. They can help you get into that state. They can also help you, go deeper. But you can still do it on your own. without anything in the moment. So, past. Why do you want to live there? Start asking yourself that. When you're out there doing something, I'm gonna close up this video soon because I'm ranting. It's over 20 minutes already. When you're living in the past, what does that do for you? Start thinking when you're in these different mind shifts, when you're in these mind storms of whatever it is that's bothering you and you can't get out of it, you know? I mean, either here or here, wherever you want to stand. I'm just trying to show you. Just stop. I mean, that's my biggest advice. Just stop. You know, you stop and you start to think. And you say, okay, like that's not me. That's the past. That's not me. I'm right here, right now, in this room. You know, that was me. That was me. That's the yesterday me. That was then. You know, this is right now. This is right now. What do we have right now? And what do we have to do right now for the next moment? What is productive of my time for my future? Great. And it's that simple. It's that simple to step out. Sometimes there's a bridge of being in it and then being out of it, and you're so out of it quickly that you just don't know how to bridge that gap. You're like, whoa, okay, I'm out of it? Really? Shouldn't I be sad or something? Wasn't I just crying? Like, well, didn't I just want to die? And then now I'm like standing here and like, it's okay? Really? I can accept that. So it's like a power of forgiveness. Somebody ever get really mad at you and then all of a sudden they're like, no, it's okay, because their perspective changed just like that. And they're like, oh, well, it's okay now. But they don't know how to just be like, well, it's okay. You know, instead it's this long ongoing game with yourself or each other, like, okay, I'll just ease my way back into feeling good with you again, right? It doesn't work like that, guys. Snap, snap. It should just be like that, snap. How can you not identify yourself being that emotion, okay? I'm really mad at somebody, I hate them right now. You know, imagine that energetically. I'm so mad, I hate you, I'm so mad, I hate you. And then you feel it, you're like, I hate you. And you're like, you feel mad. And you're just here. Just, it's a feeling. Okay, I'm not mad anymore. Great. I was just in that. And it's just that easy. So I just wanted to visually bring to you my interpretation of getting into the past, present, and future, the three places that you can be in mentally, and just getting out of them. And then running towards your fear. That's what I do. I just go towards it. You know, I think fear has a lot to do with, you know, all of these accumulations of places. And where do we want to be? The more that we can be right here and make powerful decisions, the now, the moment, powerful, clear decisions on what our future is going to be, on what I need to do now, okay? What can I do? What can I create? Like, this is exciting. You choose to live where you want to live. But this is so freaking exciting. Like, I'm so excited about nothing all the time. And why? Because who knows? Like, the unknown is so cool. I might get a phone call tomorrow from somebody that says, hey, you want to come visit me? I have a free ticket to Amsterdam. And then, hey, guess what? I take a vacation in Amsterdam for 2 days. Who knows? Like, the possibilities are unlimited. I could create something for myself that does a chain reaction into something else. Who knows? I got a call or a message out of the blue yesterday. Hey, how would you like to be in my book? Fantastic. Wow. What if I was in a bad mood and I got that? I don't know. I don't want to be in your dang book. No. I want to be in your book, man. I want to be in your book. So I'm going to end this. So what do I do to get over my fear? I identify my fear. I look at my fear and I wonder, why is that fear there? And I start to backtrace it. And I try to take it back to where I think it originated from. And then I transform it. And then I say, okay, well, if you have that fear, what can you do in place of that fear? What can you place in your life powerfully that will set you up powerfully, empower you to move forward, right? And instead of having that fear, that blockage, right? What can you do? Identify it and then replace it. Identify, trace back, replace. Trace and replace. That's what I do. And then I go after it. So, I hope this helped. If this helped anybody, gave you a perspective change to really see me jumping from the past to the present to the future. If you have a different perspective now, and if this really helped you, go ahead and comment below and let me know, because I love to hear your feedback. You know, otherwise it feels like I'm just talking to the wall. So, you know, keep up the feedback. I love the feedback. I'll keep bringing you guys these videos. I hope you enjoyed it. Rock and roll. This is tonight's video, not today's. Usually it's during the day. Very rarely am I doing these videos at night. And I will see you guys tomorrow, or you'll see me in my next video, depending on which order you're watching these in. All right, rock and roll.
We come now to the second of the 17 principles which lead to the master key with which you may open the door to the attainment of your definite major purpose in life. This principle of success is called the mastermind principle. I want you to understand the nature of the mastermind principle, because you must use it before you can take possession of the master key. An understandable definition of the mastermind is this: it consists of two or more people who work in perfect harmony for the attainment of a definite purpose. Now, here are some interesting facts about the mastermind which give you an idea of how important it is and how necessary that you embrace this principle and make use of it in attaining success in your chosen occupation. First of all, it is the principle through which you may borrow and use the education, the experience, the influence, and perhaps the capital of other people in carrying out your own plans in life. It is the principle through which you can accomplish in 1 year more than you could accomplish without it in a lifetime if you depended entirely upon your own efforts for success. And I have heard well-informed Bible students say that the first known application of the mastermind was that which existed between the Nazarene and his 12 disciples. Of one fact I am absolutely sure: when you form a true mastermind alliance with others and work with them in a spirit of perfect harmony, you can draw freely upon the spiritual forces within you in carrying out your plans and desires.